guys, this is Ben back with you in the model shop. Alright, so if you got some naval power, remember it's no good without air power. So let's go ahead and make ourselves some Kingfisher float planes for the USS Arizona. Time to make some airplanes. The plastic see-through kits are really nice. They're nice and big. The inside is hollow. You can see that there all the way up and through, which is great, but that means there's no interior. So, gonna have to do something about that. Yeah, let's get going. Okay, here's our scratch-built interior. Gotta make two of them. Nothing complicated, just a cockpit tub and then a little area in the back. I'm planning on leaving all of these windows closed. I saw a great one online where the guy cut this open and he slid the windows back and he put it in the interior and he had it manned like it was ready to take off, and it looked awesome. But I'm not going to do that. These are just going to be sitting on the catapults as if they're stowed there in case you're ready to launch. So anyway, we'll paint these up and we'll drop them in place, a little bit of glue, and paint the interiors. Then we could throw the things together, and that way when you look downside you'll see something. And someone's going to want to know how big they are. There's a dime so you can see how big everything is. Alright, let's go ahead and assemble this, and of course you got to make two of those. Alright, there they are. I started masking the back of obviously that one. I forgot that I had liquid mask, which I prefer, so I applied that. Now let's get some paint on it and we'll start putting all the pieces together. Moving on. There we go, got a couple float planes assembled. Not my best work, but it's fine. You know, not everything goes 100% makes you super happy. One thing to note, I think this is just my kit. Take a look at the vertical stabilizer there, looks fine. And look at this vertical stabilizer. The top of it's like hacked off. It's flat. I think it is just a problem with the mold that didn't work out right. I noticed it about halfway through putting them together. I could easily have very carefully, and maybe I will, graft on a thin piece of styrene and sand it to shape to make it look right. But I kind of just didn't really care. I'm like, it'll be alright. I don't think that is on purpose. But yeah, see, the interior worked out okay, and you can kind of see through the glass, and it gives it some dimension, and it's fine. Gonna weather these up pretty good. But anyway, the next thing here is, prior to weathering, is I want to put the decals on. And here are the decals for the ship. I want to stick on these little Arizona dealies, and then you got a couple of numbers here. But these insignias right here are supposed to go on the side of the fuselage, and then the big one is supposed to go on the wing. Here's the problem. Look how ginormous that is, and look how ginormous those little ones are. They're huge. I went and looked at some pictures online, and really the little ones are a little bit more to scale, I think, with what should go on the wing, which means I'm in trouble for right here on the side of the fuselage. But here's a whole another set, as you can see, from a 1/350th Grumman Wildcat set. The big ones that go on the wings actually look like they are exactly the right size to go on the side of the fuselage. So we're probably going to be putting those on instead. So anyway, I want to get the couple of decals on these things, and I could give it a wash and do some detailing. We'll get the props on and get it wrapped up. And ta-da, that's it. Zoom in a little bit here. Like I said, they're not perfect. I did cave, and you could kind of make it out there. I grafted on a top curve, whatever, piece to the rudder, so that plane looks like the other one. Did a little bit of weathering, added some highlights. Some of this stuff will soften up as it dries. It's a little bit wet. The decals, I feel strongly turned out okay. That's the 1/350th star there, and That is the kit provided one that's supposed to go over there. I feel like it's a lot more in scale. I left off the bomb racks. You can see the holes there where they go. I did that on purpose because I'm just going to have these sitting on the ship, not like with people on them or anything, so I don't think that they would necessarily have bombs on them. And these are more, I don't know, I feel like they were spotter planes more than actually used for bombing, but whatever. Just, you know, kind of way I decided to go with things. Anyway, chipped them up and gave them a wash with some Vallejo. Yeah, Vallejo model wash here. Zoom out. This stuff, light gray, seemed to do okay. Just helps some of the stuff pop out a little bit. And for those of you who are curious, the bottoms are painted flat white and the top is painted intermediate blue. I feel like it helps give it that nice early war kind of a light blue gray color. But yeah, so anyway, those are the Kingfishers ready to go. Now I'm going to need another catapult. You know what, let's look at the one that goes on the gun real quick. Okay, so this is the catapult, you know, that goes on the turret. I totally have to hold it and mock it up because it won't, it'll just all tip over and fall down, but that's how this plane is going to go. Turn it sits like so on the carriage, I believe. We'll have to get it mocked up and set up, glued up, you know, with super glue so it stays in place. I think if I had done this, I mentioned this before, I would have preferred to have put the carriage down here, but you know, so maybe this is more centered or something, but this is where it goes. This is where you would get on and the thing would launch off of here, you know, that way. So anyway, good sneak peek. I think these turned out pretty well, and yeah, just a nice short little video. So anyway, hope you guys are doing well and enjoy the 4th of July weekend, and we'll get something done as soon as we can next.